randomness like that. And if you guys can see on the top, there's a little white line, so I'm trying to eliminate that. And I think I just did. So we're good to go. Ready to start this game. Might turn up the audio a little bit. Set it to 5. Get going, do some survival. Just watch me die a couple times. So yeah, I use controller mate. It allows me to, look at that, to move the mouse with the controller. Isn't it amazing? The only shitty part is when you're looting things, they have these really small little X's to close the boxes, and it makes it kind of a pain in the ass because this thing is great, but it's just really hard at being like accurate and pinpoint. So when it comes to closing those windows, it can be kind of a hassle. Yeah, I love it. I just I wish there was more people to play with. When you do play on the public server, you got the problem of having too many people on, and there's a lot of ping. And see, I gotta use like the mouse pad to close this shit off. And everyone loots everything already, so you're kind of like screwed when you play a public server, but it's fun, you know, that there's other people there, but ja. Still learning how to play this, obviously. I've only stayed in my little tiny neighborhood, though. I haven't really ventured far. Because this game is hard, it's not a joke. It's a real serious survival game, every aspect of it. So, I mean, every time I try to progress, there's always zombies chasing me, so... Like, I really want a bat. The frying pan is just a piece of shit weapon. I want something bigger and longer. Maybe that will help with the windows, honestly. But I haven't found any... Whoops. Any bats or any other weapons. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do, dude. Thank you for this game, by the way, too. No worries, I will. I'm probably going to be on only for another hour. So thank you once again. I hope you enjoy, and then have a good night, man. I'm sure you'll stream later, and I'll see you later. Same with me, dude. I don't talk much in your stream. I'm just watching. So if there's something that I want to say, I might open the computer and chat. But yeah, so don't you know, if you don't see me chatting, trust me, I'm there. It's just I'm just watching, usually on TV. It's just a lot more cooler to watch on a bigger screen than to watch it on a laptop. It's just, for me, I can lie down and relax, especially since my back gets sore so quickly. So yeah, don't take it the wrong way if I'm not chatting. It's just that I'm actually watching, so. No worries, dude. Whenever you're on again, I will watch them. I always do, so. Thanks again, dude. I hope to see you, hopefully, another time when this is more better. Once again, like I said, I haven't streamed in over a month. I used to get just, you know, maybe 5, 10 viewers at the most. All those people have kind of left, so they're slowly coming back once they find out that I'm streaming again. So yeah, hopefully I can get you in here when it's more popular, more poppin', and I think the more I stream, we'll get to that point again. I hope. God, I love this epic music, man. Alright, the shit's getting real. I'm hungry, I'm scared, and I'm thirsty. I need to find a safe haven very soon. And I got one hell of a horde behind me right now. Please don't tell me it's one of those roads that go on forever. I wanna like... I need civilization. Please give me something to hide in. Where? Shall I risk it? It's only one zombie. No, bad idea. Time to power walk. That should help a little bit. Still thirsty. I don't got anything to drink, I don't think. White Greta salad. What? Hell yeah. I need a freaking bucket and find some place with a bed too. I'm gonna get tired very soon. Man. I think this is the farthest I've ever ventured away from home, and I hope I can even find my home back. Though honestly, the stuff I left there wasn't really that important. Let's see what happens. Is this a building? Please be a building. Please? Please don't lead me to the woods. Oh, fuck, a zombie. I know, I think I think that's they definitely like gear their games towards people like us that are older. But sad because it says a lot about like the state of like kids and games like now. You know, they just want flashy graphics and stuff, but sometimes it's like a comic book. Is how I can easily compare it to. Sometimes it's not always about the art. The art can look shitty, By some standards, you can consider Watchmen a shitty art book. Like, it's like, I think the art's really good, but it's not the best, you know, compared to some other people like Alex Ross or something. But the writing is so good that the art doesn't even matter. And I feel like with games, it could be the same way too. It's doesn't have to be super graphically huge. Could be kind of low budget and still be amazing. And sometimes when you make games like this, it's a lot easier to do online as well. For example, this is an online survival game. You can create your own server and have people join you, or you can even join a public server, which I will in a little bit. And you can play with other people, which is awesome to survive. Oof. So sometimes these low budget, they're not even really low budget. I mean, it's just, you know, they chose an art style, let's just say. So it can be definitely beneficial. Game file sizes are smaller and stuff. God damn it, no. Let me eat this chocolate. Alright, I think I'm gonna hide out here. There's no bed though, where am I gonna sleep? A school bag, huh? Yeah. Sweet. I know, right? That's the only thing I could find though. The best weapon in this game is a bat. I've been trying to look for one everywhere. I can't find one. I need to find like a school maybe or something. I'm not sure where they keep the bats at. And my character is oh my god, he's showing some symptoms like because he's tired and stuff. I can't find a bed. Oh, here's another building. Let's try and find our way in. Got bathrooms, so there's water. Which I do need desperately. Maybe, yeah, you're right. There is a baseball bat somewhere, though. I just need to find it. I don't know where. Maybe I'll luck out and find it somewhere around here. Nails. Wonder if I need those. Take them just in case. Like, I wonder if you can add nails to a bat. That would be awesome. Oh man, let me find that water. I need water. Can I sleep like on one of those benches, I wonder? Okay. What you can do with the razor. Drink. Now I need to find a place to sleep. Can I sleep on the couch, please? Please let me. Yes. Oh, thank God. Yes. Alright, made it through another night. Thank God. So that kind of saves the game too. So if I die, I can restart it from this point. But now it's nighttime, which is bad. Oh, nothing to loot. Cool, alright, so we have something to eat for later. I'm gonna check the trash can real quick. Use the plank as a weapon? Got a feeling it's for boarding up windows, which should be good too. I'm gonna take it with me just in case. Well, I took art all through high school, so all 4 years, starting as a freshman. So I made it up to advanced art. So my final senior year, I was up to AP art, and at that point, you're earning credits for college. So I think the next step up would have been like a art school in college. I did everything. I even did it for a little while. I did some commercial art in high school. But as a little kid, I always wanted to be a comic book artist, and so I think that's what I was kind of like trying to do, something like that in that field, maybe, or something. But I always felt like I wasn't good enough, so never went to art school. I just didn't think I had it. At the time, I didn't think the skill was good enough to garner a career out of it. And it's just like I was just so stupid because like so many people nowadays, it doesn't matter how good you are. A lot of people, I mean, look at things that are popular nowadays, like Adventure Time, and some consider that not having like very good artwork, but it's all kind of objective depending on the person. If I wish I'd have known back then that, it doesn't really matter, you know, um, you don't have to be Michelangelo, Leonardo, or some kind of like really um, highly detailed artist to be successful and good. I think a lot of it had to do with just money too. Art school is very expensive. Let's see if I can sneak in here through here. Yes. Cool. So if I was like if I was honest to myself, I think if I did become a comic book artist, I would be like the inker. I was good at like looking at things and copying them, not exactly, but pretty close to it. But when it came to like me drawing my own things, it was harder for me to basically creatively come up with my own ideas and draw something. Shit, I forgot to. There we go. All right. Eat. Eat the whole thing, the hell with it. Awesome. All right. Trying to see what I could get rid of and lose some weight. I know the best way to find out. Let's do that. Sweet, I can use this as a weapon. Oh, okay. Let's find some water again. I think if I got back into art though, because for a little while I wanted to make like t-shirts. I got into silk screening. That's probably what I would probably, so it'd be more like pop art, I guess. I was doing like t-shirts of 80s characters that I like. A lot of John Carpenter stuff, so I made like a Snake Plissken shirt, for example. And I wanted to do that for a while, just do 80s icons in that format. Silk screening, kind of like Andy Warhol. But never really pushed myself to do that. But if I were to get back into it, I think I would go back into silk screening again. Yeah, I know. Even back then, people, were more into like detailed art, and I kind of wished I was more in tune to that kind of more. I wish there was someone there that told me that, pretty much, I guess. Even my friends that were like better than me, I had one friend that was like really good, and was that a zombie? I can't tell. He actually ended up becoming a special effects movie guy for a little while. He went to a school for it, and never really pursued a career out of it though. He wanted to be in a band and perform music instead, which I was like, oh man, but you're so good at it. I wish he had pursued it more. I think he didn't like the attitudes of people on movie sets. There was a kind of pecking order politics. People that had seniority and were older called the shots, and just didn't really treat the younger people that well, and I think that kind of discouraged him. He kind of just didn't really like that and stopped doing it. He was really good at it though. He was really, really good at it, because he went to good school for it. But he would rather, I think his true passion was more into music, and now he's got kids and a wife, so I don't know if he'll ever pursue it again. It kind of sucks because it's just that potential is just there. It would have been awesome. I think though, I mean, I'm still kind of pursuing art in a way. It's a little different. I'm a performer, I guess you can say now, by doing it this way. But it's still in my mind. I'm still staying true to like, in its own way, its own art and design and kind of how it's handled and everything. The games I choose to play, the music I occasionally play on here, kind of reflect almost in a way like what I'm into in the art style and stuff like that. It's just on a different like format. Because for a little while I did want to make movies too, because I had a friend that did special effects. I had an actor friend. I had a friend that was into photography, so I had like all the options to do that. And for a little while it was a possibility, but once again, takes money to do that kind of stuff. Kind of just stop pursuing it pretty much. Once again, sounds like I'm a quitter. I hate talking about it now. But I mean, this is one of those things that I've actually stuck with for a long time, which I'm proud of myself for doing. I mean, I can't believe even though it's kind of off and on, but it's like been a year, I've stuck with it, I haven't quit. I think with this, if I can't honestly like afford to just even pay for my internet, then I probably will stop streaming. So it's like you have to force me out basically to stop doing it, because I love, like, if this was a job, I would love my job and doing it. So other streamers, including myself, I tell people that ask me for advice on streaming, it's like you just got to keep doing it every day. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, I think a normal person would quit if they were like, okay, I'm not getting any views. In my case, I'm only getting 1 or 2 views. Why bother? But then, how are people gonna know that you're on or know who you are if you're not streaming every day? So it's like, you just gotta push yourself, even though it seems like you're not getting an end result out of it. You know, you never know. One day that you don't stream, it might be that day that someone was actually, you know, wanting to see that thing you were streaming. So it's, you just gotta push and stream every day. Find your niche. I think, you know, once I find that game that that I can play every day and that people would love to watch me play. Back off. Once I find my niche, my calling, so to speak, I think things will change. And that goes for everybody, I think. Definitely, just in life, right? You have to kind of... Definitely, I agree. You're right, dude. I need to go back and sleep and find water again. Where's that one building I was just in? Found it. Let's close this door. Let's close it. Yeah. That's a good idea. Why am I whispering? Alright, let's find some water. Wire, huh? Can I sleep on a chair? Yes. Oh, awesome. Let's do that first. And find some water. Yeah, you know, it's funny you say you're sure it's all connected. Sometimes things aren't meant to work out so that you can like progress to something else, and that's what your true calling is sometimes. Life has a funny way of putting you where you need to be sometimes. Oh, I didn't even see the fridge. Broccoli. Chips. Pop. Alright, this might be a good spot to save for now, and then I'm going to join the public server just to show that off. And we'll see what's going on the public servers. Dang, 41 people. Let's try it. Oh, I just saw a hiccup there. Scares me now. How's it doing? It says 0.2. How I feel about that. I don't trust it. Okay, game. Game just wanted to crash. A lot of people started out stuff like that. R. Crumb. I'm sure a lot of comic book artists probably started just drawing with their family. Wow, that's funny. I mean, that's awesome. It's just kind of crazy you guys had two different styles. My brother's also artistic too. He's better than me actually. Um, but I don't think we we had like the same style though. That's the thing. So that's kind of cool to hear someone else like have a brother relationship, but have like that. That's pretty awesome. You guys were two different styles. The only other, there's actually a brother group out there that drew comics. They drew independent comics. They're called the Hernandez brothers. They're Hispanic, and they did independent comics. But one brother was better artist than the other, but the other brother had a better writing style and storytelling. So that's the only thing I can compare it to. I think in as far as like comic books and people who do that. Yeah, dude, graphic novels. You should check out a book called Palomar. It's probably one of the best graphic novels other than Watchmen. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's the same guys I was just telling you about, the Hernandez brothers, but it's only one of the brothers. The other brother did a different story. Together, the book that they put was called Love and Rockets, but Palomar was one brother, and that one I think stands out above the other person's, the other brother's stories. I think there's like more meaning behind Palomar than there is the other guys, but they're both really good. It's just different. Kind of like your brother and you, like he was more comedic and your actions like two different genres almost. Another guy I was really into, I was really into independent comics, but um, Daniel Klaus, he did 8 Ball. And this other guy who's Japanese American, his name is Adrian Tomine. He did a book called what was the name of his book? God, I don't remember, but he was really good too. Grab my bacon. I guess he doesn't want it. I see what I mean, the ping. He's like just lagging all over the place. Alright, so I'm online right now with this game. I'm on a public server with other people. The only problem with that is that a lot of the stuff is looted already. Yeah, dude, Palomar, it's a really good book. It's definitely in my top 5. Probably number 2. It's a tie between that and Watchmen as like one of the best graphic novels I've ever read in my short little 30 years on this planet. I'm also a big fan of The Dark Knight Returns, the Frank Miller original in the 80s. That I think is up there too in the top 10 list for sure, or at least in the top 5. Keep in mind it's an independent comic, so it's not about superheroes, it's about real life. But sometimes real life is really good writing. Another great independent comic book person is Harvey Pekar. He did a book called American Splendor. If you can find a best of his stuff, just buy a book. Highly recommend it. It's definitely one of the more better books of our modern day, I guess, of the 21st century, whatever the hell you want to call it. But we want to talk about superheroes. Growing up, I obviously, because I was in art, the first thing I was into was the artist. So like, you know, Spider-Man's like one of my favorite superheroes, and for me, like Todd McFarlane got me into Spider-Man. Mark Bagley, just these kinds of just the artists that drew, in my opinion, Spider-Man like really good. Yeah, it's pretty awesome that nowadays you could do that. I'm not condoning it, so I would rather you find something you like brand new that you never heard of that's really good. You know, plus it's really probably super freaking hard to find out there in Chile, where you're at. There's also that, you know, so if you can download it, I say go for it. Independent comics are really hard to find here in the States, so I mean, it's definitely going to be harder to find internationally on a foreign market. So if you can find it online, as much as I'd like you to support the artist, it's impossible, honestly. It's just like you will never find it probably. It's really hard. Holy fuck. Zombies everywhere. Oh. you didn't hear from me, but there's always TORRNT, ENT, if you know what I mean. Hey, if you buy it like later in life, that's awesome too. But read between the lines. TORRNENT. There's ways to find stuff if you want to find it digitally. Let me know. Keep me updated on that. I would love to hear that you found it and you loved it. If you didn't like it, that'd be cool too. But I would love to see if you enjoyed it. Someone left some fruit. Like I said, you didn't hear that from me though. I mean, I don't condone that kind of stuff. Unless you absolutely have to do it that way. I'm all in support of the artist, please. I might take the bread. These other things I would have to cook, so I kind of don't want them. I need a drink of water. Ew, rotten. Fucking drop that shit. Rotten. I hear a zombie. That's why they dropped them. They're all rotten. Jesus. Not the bread. You need the bread. Is the bacon rotten too? That's why that guy didn't. That's why he didn't pick it up. Okay, makes sense. Oh, I didn't even see what he was saying. Please come to what? Awesome, you can wear a pink skirt in this game as a guy. That's pretty cool. Oh shit. There's nothing good in here. I need to get out. A wallet? Hmm. Go fuck. God, everything's been looted. It's like good luck trying to find anything to survive. Pie. Did somebody say pie? Yeah, dude. Fuck. Doesn't mean I can't read it in Spanish. It's just unless it's in, right. It would be in Spanish, right? um, it would just take me a little longer to read it since I wasn't brought up to read Spanish. I know that's kind of like hard to fathom, but I could speak it. It's just I was never raised to read it or write it. So, you know, it's like having to word out the words and like understand it that way. If that makes sense to you. You might actually relate to Palomar pretty well. I mean, I did a little bit to a certain extent, even coming from America, because it's actually about Hispanic Latin culture. It's about Mexico, but I mean, it's still, you know, some of the nuances about it you'll probably like can relate to because of that. I mean, I did certainly on a certain extent. A lot of the characters reminded me of my tios and tias, my aunts and uncles and stuff, and other family relatives. My Spanish is okay. I guess you could say I'm fluent, but I honestly don't think so. When I was taught Spanish, I was taught in the 80s, so like there's been a lot of words since then that, you know, I don't honestly know the words to. But I can get by. Usually I tell people my Spanish is good enough to have a girlfriend in Mexico, because when I went to go visit Mexico, my Spanish was good enough to have about a couple girlfriends every time. I had one the first time I went there, and then I had one the second time I went there, so, you know, I can get by. The problem with my Spanish is just I don't practice it enough. I just don't find myself using it, so it's like I forget things, but once I get into like speaking it again, it comes back. But because I don't use it frequently, it's kind of one of those things that just, you know, I just need to use more often. I guess puedes decir que mi español es más o menos. No bueno, es okay, pero más o menos. Hay unas palabras que no sé, como dije antes, pero puedes oír que así sí lo puedo hablar más o menos. Pero sí. Pero hablar de este juego que estoy jugando ahorita, me encanta. Va a estar bien si te encanta también. Pero sí me gusta este juego. See, like I couldn't say the word comic book. I don't honestly know what the word in Spanish would it be. Would it be caricaturas? Libros de caricaturas, maybe? I mean, I don't even know. Ah, gracias. No creo que es bien. Es más o menos como dije. Lo necesito hablar más, yo creo, porque hablo mucho inglés, como dije antes, y se va poco a poco. Las palabras que sabía se van y se vienen, porque no lo hablo mucho. También cuando hablo con mi mamá, ella habla más español que mi inglés. Y cuando ella me habla en español, digo palabras para atrás en inglés. So it's like it's a bad habit. ¿Qué es la palabra en español para zombies? Es caminando muerte o algo así. Walking Dead. Y otra cosa también, mi español es de americano español. Le llaman Spanglish. Las palabras no son de español de España. Ellos tienen diferentes palabras de nosotros y nosotros mexicanos que vinieron aquí a América, pues we made words up basically. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't even say it in Spanish. See? Pero sí, hay unas nuevas palabras que hicimos nosotros y le llaman Spanglish. Es como español y inglés. Como coche en México es la palabra para un car, automóvil, coche. Pero mi mamá me enseñó que carro era la palabra para coche. Y eso no es la palabra, es una palabra que they created here in America. Y no sabía eso hasta que unos años que estaba hablando con unos que me dijeron que, oh no, esas palabras son Spanglish, no son de México. Oh, okay, figures, okay. Just making sure. También números, no sé todos los números, nomás las palabras, nomás sé hasta de 10 yo creo, pero sí, no sé los números muy bien. Cuando estaba en México, con pesos, híjole, los números, sí. Yeah, numbers gave me a huge just problem because I didn't know them. You know, I only knew 1 through 10, so you know, when you're paying for stuff, it was pretty difficult for me. And then on top of that, you're also doing the exchange rate. Like, okay, well, what is like how many of these pesos, you know, equate to in dollars? But yeah, I mean, I think I have enough knowledge to get by. I can bust it out if I need to. La otra cosa que es con Twitch es que hay unos también que hablan español y hay unos que le gustan de eso porque hay un latino que está hablando con ellos and he can relate with them. So he's got there's this guy called Al Capone, I think, something Al Capone, and he's very huge with the Latino Hispanic community because you know he's Hispanic, so he can definitely relate to people, and I think he gets a bit of Spanish-speaking audience and English-speaking audience, but that's just never been me. Like, I never wanted to, I don't know, it sounds really bad, but like, it was luchador first, Mexican second, like, I'm not defined by labels, I'm defined by myself. So I always didn't want to go down that path and basically like use my ethnic background to try to get like people to follow you and stuff, which is probably bad, because I'm losing out on that kind of audience. But I was just always want to be true to myself and not be something I'm not. And in all honesty, I'm not the stereotypical Mexican, I'm me first and foremost. I guess you could say I'm a whitewashed Mexican, but I mean, I don't think I'm me. But yeah, I never used it to my advantage. I never wanted to exploit it, I guess you could say. Feel like it's a form of exploitation. But I think it's also a disadvantage to me. I mean, I'm losing out by doing that. It shouldn't stop other people to do it if they can do it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I never wanted to be like that kind of part of that kind of stigma, stereotype, basically. Yeah, I bet, dude. Yeah, money can be pretty troublesome when you don't know the language. Even if you do know it, you don't know it well enough. I mean, it could be pretty bad. God, I hope not. I mean, no, I used to be cashier, and I never, always never understood why people would want to like take advantage of someone else that doesn't know any better. It's just kind of fucked up, in my opinion. So no, I would never do that. I mean, if they did, I wish I knew them so I could kick their ass, because it's like you're setting an example as Americans, and if you do something stupid like that, someone's gonna think that all Americans are like that. And we're not, we're not assholes. So I hope they didn't. That would really upset me if they did. They did rip you off. I mean, then again, we rip each other off, right? As Americans, we've done that before too. So I mean. Mexico, even when I went back in 2003, has the stigma, the stereotype that it's kind of shady, and the same thing, you can pay off cops and get away with crime and blah blah blah. This kind of old kind of like views on Mexico, and maybe I got ripped off too. Who knows? They definitely knew I wasn't from there. I mean, even if I spoke Spanish, they can tell just by the way you speak things and how you pronounce things. They can see right through it. So I mean, yeah, they knew I wasn't from there. So it was good to have someone with you, like I said, a friend, a girl, to kind of help you out and keep an eye out for you and make sure that shit doesn't happen, pretty much. Holy fuck, that's a lot of zombies. Oh god. Oh wow, an appliance store. Ah, the horde. See you later. No, fuck. Shanga, I know we talked about my YouTube videos. I don't know if you saw any of my toy reviews, but I'm gonna be getting a Bruce Willis figure next week. Which I should be doing a review for very shortly once I get it. Getting back into posting YouTube videos about that, so if you're into that kind of stuff and you want to see a great Bruce Willis action figure, definitely tune in for that next week. Hopefully I should have something up for that. And then after that I got a RoboCop that's coming in at the end of the month, hopefully, or by November. That's just amazing. I can't wait to get. And then a Terminator figure that I should be getting by December. Just to give you an idea of some stuff that I'm going to be working on pretty shortly. And that's the side thing. That's something I'm doing on the side. I'm still be streaming. It's just, you know, be doing both of them. Got a shitload of zombies. Weird, I swear to God, I thought I heard somebody. Could have been my own footsteps, though. Where the fuck am I? That's alright, Shenga. I was getting ready to finish and quit, actually. I was gonna find a place to quit, but I think I'm just gonna quit here. My character dies, so be it. That server is really hard. There's nobody... There's actually no items to get because everyone's looted everything, so... Yeah. Awesome game, though. Um, but yeah, thank you, dude. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, if not sometime later this week. And then check out my YouTube next week. Yeah, it's not a Die Hard figure, but I'm gonna customize it to make it a Expendables 2 figure, because he's bald. If I wanted to, I could make it a Die Hard, but yeah, we'll talk more about that when I do the review. Anyway, have a good night, dude. I'll check you out hopefully tomorrow or soon. Good luck with school. Keep working really hard on that, dude. And then if you want to like contact me about any other stuff, you can always send me a message on Twitch and stuff, or any of my other outlets, Twitter, whatever. You can get a hold of me anyway. But yeah, dude. Hope to see you tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna be playing tomorrow necessarily, but of course it's gonna be horror related. I'll figure something good, hopefully something different. Every day seems like I'm doing a different game, so might go back to Deadlight. I should probably do that though. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you for joining me, dude. I always stay real, man. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Uh, Anybody else is watching, have a good night. Thank you for joining me. Take it easy, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow around 3 p.m. Pacific time, California time. Usually I stream till 6 today, stream till 7. Tomorrow may start late and start at about maybe 4 o'clock instead of 3. Um, but yeah, check my Twitter. I'm always posting on there when exactly I'm streaming. So yeah, everybody have a good night. Take it easy, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow.